Science has given us incredible breakthroughs, from vaccines to space travel. But what happens when the quest for knowledge goes too far? Today, we're diving into the dark side of research, counting down the top 10 most infamous experiments ever banned. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the Tuskegee Syphilis Study. For 40 years, from 1932 to 1972, American public health officials studied the progression of untreated syphilis in African American men. They were told they were receiving free healthcare but were never given proper treatment, even after penicillin became available. It was a massive violation of human rights that led to major reforms in research ethics. At number 9, we have MKUltra. This was a top-secret CIA program in the 50s and 60s designed to explore mind control. They used all sorts of methods, including hypnosis and drugs, often on unsuspecting American citizens without their consent. The project was eventually exposed and shut down, becoming a chilling example of government overreach. Number 8 is the Stanford Prison Experiment. In 1971, a psychologist created a simulated prison to study the psychological effects of power. College students were randomly assigned roles as either prisoners or guards. Within days, the guards became abusive, and the prisoners showed signs of extreme distress. The experiment, planned for 2 weeks, had to be stopped after just 6 days due to the psychological harm it caused. Coming in at number 7, the Milgram Experiment. This 1960s study tested how far people would go in obeying authority. Participants were instructed to deliver what they believed were painful electric shocks to another person. The learner was an actor, but the participants' emotional and psychological distress was very real, raising serious questions about the ethics of deception in research. At number 6, we have Unit 731. This was a covert biological and chemical warfare research unit of the Imperial Japanese Army during World War II. They conducted horrific experiments on prisoners of war and civilians, resulting in unimaginable suffering. These actions are now universally condemned as some of the most extreme ethical violations in history. Halfway through. At number 5 is the Monster Study. In 1939, researchers at the University of Iowa conducted an experiment on orphan children to see if positive and negative feedback affected stuttering. The children who received negative therapy suffered lasting psychological damage and speech problems. It's a heartbreaking example of how research can go wrong. Number 4 is radiation testing on humans. During the Cold War, the US government conducted numerous radiation experiments, often on vulnerable populations like hospital patients and pregnant women, without their informed consent. The long-term health consequences were devastating, and such testing is now strictly illegal. At number 3, we have the Little Albert Experiment. In 1920, psychologists conditioned a 9-month-old baby, Albert, to fear a white rat by pairing it with a loud, frightening noise. The fear soon generalized to other furry objects. This study is a classic example of causing intentional psychological harm to a child, something modern ethical guidelines would never permit. Our runner-up, at number 2, is the Nazi human experiments. During World War II, Nazi doctors performed sadistic and deadly experiments on prisoners in concentration camps. These atrocities, conducted under the guise of medical research, represent one of the darkest chapters in human history and led to the creation of the Nuremberg Code for Ethical Medical Research. And finally, at number 1, unethical human cloning tests. While the science of cloning has advanced, early attempts often pushed past ethical boundaries. The prospect of cloning a human being raises profound moral and social questions. Today, international laws and conventions strictly prohibit reproductive human cloning to protect human dignity and individuality. These 10 experiments, though horrifying, forced the scientific community to create the strict ethical guidelines we have today. They serve as a powerful reminder that the pursuit of knowledge must always be balanced with a deep respect for human life and dignity. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, be sure to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history.